Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of what if Naruto had the unknown Sharingan. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and stay in tune because after this I'm going to be posting a new episode of what if Naruto rebuilt the Uzumaki clan. And over on Anime King I'm going to be doing what if Naruto was trained to be a weapon, and also what if Naruto returned different after his training trip. So stay in tune for that, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah guys, without further ado, let's begin this new episode, shall we?
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last time we left off, Naruto was left out by his team, well mainly Kakashi, who was taking Sasuke to train him for the upcoming Chunin exams, and Kakashi got someone for Sakura, Kurenai, to train her, as Naruto was sad and angry on the inside, but he just kept on a smile on his face and told Sakura that he was alright as he headed to the forest. As he then fell asleep, when he woke up back, he came face to face with Itachi, as Itachi told him that he's just a weapon for Konoha. They doomed his life because they want power, as Itachi then placed Naruto under the Tsukuyomi and showed Naruto his friend torturing him, stabbing him over and over, until Naruto finally lost it as he started to draw on the Kyuubi's power, as Naruto let out a scream that shattered Itachi's Tsukuyomi. As Itachi was surprised when he saw Naruto's eyes, they had white tomos in them. In both of his eyes he had 3 white tomos, as Itachi couldn't believe it. What kind of Sharingan was that? As Itachi tried to place Naruto under Tsukuyomi again, but Naruto destroyed it and sent Itachi flying away with just the force of his eyes, as Itachi quickly got up as he retreated, telling Naruto that he will come for him a later date. As Naruto headed to Sarutobi and told him everything that happened, as Sarutobi told Naruto about his real mother, that his mother was a Uchiha, and Sarutobi thought that Naruto wouldn't get the Sharingan because the Namikaze and the Uchiha bloodlines are both dominant, and seeing that Naruto looked exactly like Minato, he thought that the Namikaze bloodline took over, but it seems that the Uchiha prevailed, giving Naruto the Sharingan. As Sarutobi asked Naruto if he wanted him to reveal his heritage to the people, and Naruto said no, not to reveal to anyone. The fox also contacted Naruto. Naruto draw out all of the fox power, but the Sharingan keep the power in his body stable. Right now the fox has no power. All of the Kyuubi power is inside of Naruto's body. He can use it, but he will have to train and learn how to harness the power at will. So right now the fox is just a voice in his head, as Sarutobi told Naruto that he will train him next week, as he will give him proper training, as Sarutobi got some scrolls and gave Naruto, and told him to learn about the Mangekyo Sharingan, seeing that his awakened Sharingan has the strength to break Tsukuyomi. It is on the level of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and it is not normal, so they don't know what to expect. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's begin this new episode, shall we? We start this episode in Sarutobi's office, as Kakashi was in there. You wanted to see me, Hokage? Kakashi asked. Yes, Kakashi, I wanted to talk to you about Naruto. Did you know that he was attacked last night? What? What happened? Is he alright? Kakashi asked, as he was surprised to hear that. And then anger started to set in. Who did it? He asked, as he thought it was one of those brainless villagers who still view Naruto as a demon. The answer he received surprised him greatly. As Sarutobi spoke, Uchiha Itachi. You can't be serious, Hokage. Uchiha Itachi, a S-rank criminal, attacking Naruto? How could that happen? And where was he? As Sarutobi spoke, it seems after your team meeting, Naruto was a bit sad, so he decided to take a break from the villagers and fell asleep outside the village. When he was making his way back, he was attacked by Uchiha Itachi. As Kakashi kept quiet, as he knew the reason why Naruto was sad. Hokage, you have to understand, I feel it's my obligation with Obito. Sasuke is from the same clan and he needs someone to train him on his bloodline. And I believe I'm the best choice, since I'm the only one who has the Sharingan in this village, said Kakashi. So, you owe that to your fallen teammate. What about your sensei? You do know that Naruto is his son. Am I right? Said Sarutobi. Kakashi looked down at the floor. He was one of the few people who knew that Naruto was the son of Minato, but he never knew who the mother was. But he felt like his death to Obito was far larger. I know, Hokage, but Sasuke is the last of Obito's clan. He would have wanted me to train him, as a tick mark came on Sarutobi's forehead. You think that Obito would have wanted you to focus only on Sasuke? Please, do not insult his memory. The comment hurt Kakashi. How can the Hokage think that he would do anything to insult his teammate's memory? But Kakashi did not have time to speak as Sarutobi spoke again. First, Obito would never think to give one student preference over another. That was something your sensei tried to teach you. Second, your team is the exact image of your old one. You have a famous teacher, and in this team, the teacher liked to play favorites. You have a prodigy, a girl who tried to keep everyone together, and a boy who's considered trash but has incredible potential. Now tell me, who has Obito's position in this team? Sarutobi asked. Kakashi was silent for a few seconds. Slowly, the shame that he felt started to turn into anger. So, you want me to leave Sasuke and go train Naruto since he's your favorite? He asked. No, I just want you to stop saying that it's because of Obito. The truth is, you want to train Sasuke because of his natural talent and he reminds you how you used to be, said Sarutobi. That's not it, Kakashi said in a defensive tone. Yes it is. Because if you would have had the slightest bit of interest in Naruto, you would have found out that it's a owe to Obito to take care of him. What do you mean? Asked Kakashi. You never bothered to find out who Naruto's mother was, did you, Kakashi? Sarutobi said, as Kakashi was confused. If you had bothered to investigate, you would have found out that Naruto's mother is Uchiha Kamara. As Kakashi was shocked beyond belief. You don't mean, he said. Yes, Naruto's mother was Obito's older sister. Naruto is your fallen teammate nephew. He is more connected to that eye of yours than Sasuke could ever be, Sarutobi said. As Kakashi was beyond shock, as he didn't know what to think right now, as one thought came to his mind. Does he have the Sharingan? Sarutobi already promised Naruto that he would not. No, he said. You know that the Namikaze clan and the Uchiha clan were very different. I do not believe that Naruto will be able to activate it, seeing that his Namikaze heritage has overpowered the Uchiha. As Kakashi nodded. And you do not have to worry about Naruto's training anymore, said Sarutobi. From now until the Chunin exam begins, I will supervise his training. Kakashi nodded once again as he asked to be dismissed. Sarutobi knew that he had a lot to think about and decided to let him go. As Kakashi walked around the street aimlessly, as he then went to the grave of Obito Uchiha, as he was crying, as he apologized to Obito for failing him and failing his sensei Minato. Time skip. It was the morning of the Chunin exams, and Naruto was currently at the Hokage's office. Sarutobi had called him to the tower early that morning, as Naruto was now in the office waiting around as Sarutobi was searching for something. Ah, here it is, said Sarutobi, as he had a scroll in his hand. As Naruto noticed the Namikaze symbol was printed on the scroll. What is that, old man? Naruto asked. Well, since you have done so good in your training and learned every single jutsu in the scroll that I gave you, I decided to give you this. Think of it as a present for all your hard work. as he gave Naruto the scroll. It's a summoning scroll for an ancient weapon. Only a member of the Namikaze clan are able to summon and use it. The hand seals necessary for the summon are inside as well. Naruto opened it as he saw the hand sign and a couple of writing as he ignored the writing. Normally, you would need to carry the scroll everywhere to summon the special weapon, but since you are a Namikaze, you can replace the scroll with a summoning tattoo. And if you hurry, you can get it before the Chunin exam begins. Naruto closed the scroll as he looked at the Hokage. "Thanks, old man," he said, as he jumped through the window. Several hours later, Sakura, Kakashi, Sasuke were standing outside of room 301, waiting for the third member of their team. "Kakashi-sensei, where's Naruto?" Sakura asked. "The exam begins in a few minutes and he still hasn't shown up." "Yeah, where is he?" asked Sasuke. "Is he even coming?" "Yeah, I'm sure he is," said Kakashi. "He'll be here, don't worry. But before he does, there is something really important I must talk to you two about. It's about Naruto. You see, during this past month, he has changed." "What do you mean, change, Kakashi-sensei?" asked Sakura. Kakashi didn't know how to answer her question. The Hokage only said that Naruto wasn't the same anymore, but he didn't give him any specific details. And Kakashi hasn't mustered any courage to face Naruto in the past month. In fact, he wasn't sure that he would be able to face him now. Before he could make up an answer, they heard footsteps coming from the hall. All three turned to see who was coming, as they didn't recognize the person until they saw the whisker marks. "Naruto?" Sakura said in a curious voice, as the two genins were left dumbfounded. For Kakashi to say him changed, that was a massive understatement. It seems like he undergone a complete transformation. His orange jumpsuit and blue sandals were gone. Now he wore black sandals and a blue pants, a navy colored undershirt, and a long sleeve black jacket over it. And his hair has grown over the past month since it covered his leaf headband. As Naruto looked directly at them, but he then passed them without saying a word. When he was at the door, he stopped. "It's time for us to enter," he said, as he then pushed the door open and entered. All three of them entered as they were welcomed with a glare from the other genins. "Sasuke," said a voice as Ino jumped on Sasuke's back as Sakura started to get pissed. "Stop bothering Sasuke, Ino pig," she shouted. "This is so troublesome," said Shikamaru, as Choji followed behind him eating chips. Naruto then turned his gaze towards Shikamaru and Choji, as he then turned and leaned up against the wall. "Wait, is that Naruto? No, it can't be." "He's too quiet," said Shikamaru, as he noticed the whisker marks. "Wait, what the hell is going on?" he thought to himself. "It seems like the Rookie 9 is back together again," said Kiba as he made his way up to the group, with Shino and Hinata following behind him. As Kiba took a second to look at everyone. "Hold on a second," he suddenly said. "Where is the dope? I don't see him anywhere." It was at that moment he felt a strong, aggressive presence spike in the room. All of their eyes turned towards the source, and for the first time they saw him. "Naruto, is that you?" Kiba called out. "Dude, you have changed." As Kiba walked up to Naruto. As Kiba stopped the moment his and Naruto's eyes met, as a cold shiver went down his spine. "Hey, billboard bro, what happened to Naruto?" Ino whispered. "I don't know, Ino pig. It's the first time I've seen him in the month. Something must have happened to him." "You guys are causing a really bad first impression," said Kabuto as he walked towards the group. "And who are you?" Sasuke asked. "My name is Kabuto. And you guys should try to keep a low profile. You're the Rookie 9 after all. And as you can see, this year bunch is pretty tense." As they looked behind Kabuto to see the rest of the genins glaring at them. For example, you have the team from the Hidden Rain. They're extremely irritable. Not to mention the genin from the sand, especially the one with the guard on his back. He gives me the creep. "You seem to know a lot about this exam," said Sakura. "Well, that comes with the territory. After taking the exam 7 times and failing," Kabuto said, with a blush of embarrassment. "But each try bring new things," he said. "Like that team from the sound. It's their first time entering the exam, and they could only send one team because their village is so small. Suddenly, someone from the crowd threw a pair of kunai at Kabuto. As the Leaf Genin dodged as well as Kabuto, then a boy covered in bandages swung his hand at Kabuto's face. As Kabuto jumped back avoiding the attack, as everything seemed fine, but blood started to leak from his mouth and his ears. "Don't think lightly of the sound," the bandage boy said as a girl and another boy, his two teammates, walked beside him. Before they could say anything else, they heard a whisper in their ear. "I think you guys should calm down, unless you want to start something," said Naruto behind them. The Sound Genins were surprised. They had seen the boy leaning over there on the wall, and now he was here. They didn't even sense him move. Before anything could happen, the door was pushed open. "Quiet down, everyone," said a voice, as Ibiki entered the room. "My name is Ibiki, and I will be the instructor for the first part of the exam," as he slammed a stack of paper on the decks. "Now, take your seat so we can begin." Quietly, Naruto moved towards his seat without saying anything to anyone. As he sat there, he looked to his side as a very nervous Hinata took a seat next to him. Every so often, she would steal a glance at him as she fidgeted with her fingers, as he could see that she was nervous. So he looked at her and gave her a small smile, as her face got really red, but nevertheless she seemed calm afterwards. A couple of hours later, the members of Team 7 was waiting for the next part of the exam to start. At least that first part is done with, Naruto thought, as the test was super obvious, only an idiot could find out what it was about. But Naruto decided to test his theory. Only thing he do was write his name on the test, as he chuckled to himself. As Sakura looked over at him, she was nervous that Naruto chuckled. The reason was he had barely said anything to any of them since he arrived. As Naruto felt eyes on him, as he turned and glanced, as he saw Sakura staring at him. As Sakura looked directly in his eyes, that spark that he always have, that happiness, that love that he always have for her, it seems like it all was gone. Instead, his eyes seemed dull, like he didn't even care a bit about her. As she gathered her courage, Naruto? But her words were cut off when the gates of the forest opened. Immediately, all of them rushed inside to start the second phase of the exam. Sometime later, I expected to run into more challenge by now, Naruto thought, as him and Team 7 was taking a break in a small clearing. They were already 5 hours into the second part of the exam. So far, all that they have seen was a weak group of rain ninjas, and they ended up running away soon after. What a disappointment, he thought. As they agreed to go deeper into the forest, while mostly Sakura and Sasuke, Naruto just nodded or grunted at his response, as they were looking for Earth Scroll. As Naruto then got up, "I'm going to go and scout the area," as that was the longest sentence he said to them since he met them again, as the both of them looked at him. Before they could say anything, he disappeared among the trees. A sigh escaped from Sakura as she looked over at Sasuke. "What do you think happened to him?" she asked. "I don't know, but he definitely feels odd. It is like he..." As Sasuke stopped when he felt a large amount of chakra being gathering nearby. "Sakura, move out of the way," he said, as the both of them jumped away as a powerful blast of wind tear right through the trees. Sasuke immediately activated Sharingan as he looked around for the source of the attack. "So there you are," said a voice as it echoed through the surroundings. "My Sasuke," as a grass ninja appeared in front of the both of them. Back with Naruto, he was looking up at a giant snake that was coming down to swallow him, as Naruto had his Sara Sharingan activated. "Amaterasu," he said, as the snake burst into black flames. As the black flames eat away the snake body, as it collapsed as Naruto jumped back. That was weird. It was like the snake was after him directly. As he then sensed 2 chakra spikes, as he deactivated Sharingan and went over there. It took him a short while to get back there, but what he found shocked him to the core. A weird grass genin was biting down on Sasuke's neck as Sasuke screamed in pain. As the grass ninja pulled away his head, as Sasuke's body was dropping to the ground, Sasuke, Sakura said as she rushed over and caught him. As Naruto went through hand sign, fire style. Fire stream, he said, as he let out a stream of fire, but the grass ninja jumped out of the way. I thought that my snake would have been enough to take care of you, said the grass ninja. Who are you? With the chakra that you possess, there is no way that you're a genin. Well, you're smarter than I gave you credit, Naruto, as he brought his hand up to his face and ripped off the skin, as Naruto saw a pale face with yellow eyes. You're Orochimaru, the old geezer, former student. Right again, Naruto, Orochimaru said as he chuckled. So now, if you know who I am and what I'm capable of, why don't you just take your teammates and walk away? I would really like Team 7 to continue to the third phase of the Chunin exams, he said, as Naruto narrowed his eyes. Do you think I'm scared of you? Well, I have met stronger ninjas who are scared of me. So what makes you different, he asked. Well, for one thing, you can't fight at your full power. You were chased out of the village, and you're a missing nin, so if you use your full power, you will be sending a homing beacon on yourself right here. As Sakura was holding onto Sasuke's body, as she could feel the killer intent leaking from Naruto and Orochimaru, as Orochimaru burst out in laughter. I knew you were unpredictable, but I never knew that you were this much fun, Naruto. Very well then, I will fight you at the same level that I fight Sasuke on. Let's see how long you can last, he said, as he took a fighting stance. As Sakura saw the branch that Naruto was standing on dent, as he pushed off as both him and Orochimaru met in mid-air, as both of them slammed their fists together, as Orochimaru brought up his another fist, as Naruto put his hand together in a blocking motion, as Orochimaru slammed his fist and pushed back Naruto. Naruto summoned two clones, as the clones thrust him forward, as he summoned two other clones, as they came from the side, as Naruto came down from the front. But Orochimaru blocked all of their attacks. As they moved back and threw shuriken, as they went through hand sign as the clones, shurikens multiplied, as Orochimaru had to substitute himself, as he reappeared distance away, as Naruto and his clones appear. As Orochimaru found out that it was really difficult taking them on at the level that he was fighting on, as he realized that Naruto was far above Sasuke at this level. As Orochimaru saw an opening, as he delivered two powerful blows to the clones. When the both of the clones poofed away in smoke, Naruto went straight through the smoke as he planted his fist into Orochimaru's face, as Orochimaru was sent soaring through the trees. As Naruto was thrusting forward, but Orochimaru held up his hands as snakes burst from his sleeve and went towards Naruto. Naruto quickly took out kunais and beheaded the snakes with one swift movement. As Naruto brought down his kunai to slash Orochimaru right in the throat, but Orochimaru blocked it, as Naruto used his free hand to grab Orochimaru's another arm. As he brought his leg right into Orochimaru's chest, knocking him straight down to the ground. As Orochimaru crashed into the ground hard, as Naruto speed through hand signs, as he fired a large fireball down on Orochimaru. But Naruto knew that that wouldn't kill him, as Naruto was looking around. As Orochimaru appeared on the side of a tree, with a kunai in his hand, as Naruto jumped on a higher tree branch. I must say, you are very surprising, Naruto. That's the thing, you shouldn't have underestimated me. And let me show you why, Naruto said, as he activated his Sara Sharingan. It was like if time had stopped for Orochimaru, as he was frozen, as he saw the navy blue eyes with the white tomos staring at him, as Orochimaru was lost in his own world, as he almost missed when Naruto said the word Amaterasu. Acting out of instinct, Orochimaru immediately jumped on another tree branch, as the branch that he was standing on burst into black flames and consumed it in a matter of seconds. Orochimaru quickly looked back at Naruto and then back at the flames, back at Naruto and back at the flames. Impossible, he whispered. How can you have the Sharingan? I would have thought it would have been obvious. This is my bloodline, the Sara Sharingan, Naruto said. As Orochimaru looked at him, I always find it odd that my spies couldn't get any information on your heritage. I could guess who your father was because of your characteristics, but your mother. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at Orochimaru's word, I see now, said Orochimaru. This is the result. of combining the Namikaze with a Uchiha. But to be able to use those techniques are the ability of the monkey to Sharingan. That is just impressive. Enough talking, Naruto said, as he vanished in a blur and appeared in front of Orochimaru. As he drive his fist into Orochimaru's stomach, sending Orochimaru bursting through a tree. As Naruto was able to enhance his punch, having the Sharingan help him regulate the chakra through his body, giving him perfect chakra control. As Naruto dashed forward again towards Orochimaru, but Orochimaru jumped back, creating some distance between them. As Orochimaru didn't know what to do, he wanted to see what that strange Sharingan is capable of, but if he used more of his power, he would be noticed by the Anvu or Sarutobi, and he's not ready for that yet, but he knew in this state he cannot beat Naruto. Seeing that he was distracted, Naruto released another giant fireball that tear through the forest as it came towards Orochimaru. As Orochimaru jumped out of the way, but Naruto was gone. Before he could think about it, Naruto was already above him as Naruto came down and drive his fist into the top of Orochimaru's head. As Orochimaru landed down hard on the ground, but he was able to land on his feet. But before he could straighten himself up, another fist drive into his stomach. As a powerful kick was delivered into his rib cage, sending him crashing into a tree. As Naruto wasn't giving him time to rest, as Naruto appeared right in front of him and knocked him straight up into the air with the uppercut. As Naruto jumped up high and drive a powerful kick into his stomach as he crashed through the next tree. As Orochimaru coughed up some blood, as he quickly pulled out kunai and threw it towards Naruto. As he tried to punch Naruto, but Naruto saw his fist coming and dodged. As Naruto started his brutal assault on Orochimaru, as Orochimaru was sent flying as he had the wind knocked out of him. As Orochimaru then quickly picked up himself as he tried to escape. As Naruto pulled out a kunai and threw it, as Orochimaru dodged quickly. As he then saw that there was an explosive tag on the kunai, as Naruto said Amaterasu, as black flames appear on the tag, as it then exploded and it sent Orochimaru crashing into the ground. As Naruto already went through hand sign, Earth style, Earth prison he said, as 4 stone walls came out of the ground, restraining Orochimaru. As Naruto said Amaterasu, as he engulfed everything inside the prison. As it then exploded, as Naruto saw a snake covered in black flames, as Orochimaru quickly crawled out of the snake mouth. Well, I must say, that was an impressive plan, young Naruto. But it's a shame I cannot have your body instead. But Sasuke will have to do. So that's your plan, Naruto said. Why do you want his body? For the Sharingan, of course. With it, I will be one step closer to my ultimate goal. Make sure to nurture your Sharingan. I want to know what those eyes of yours are able to see and do into the future, Orochimaru said, as he started to melt into the ground. Before Naruto could react, he disappeared. Naruto then looked around for a couple of seconds as he tried to sense Orochimaru's chakra. Not finding anything, he lowered his guard as he deactivated Sharingan. Still holding on to Sasuke's body, Sakura was hyperventilating as she watched Naruto turn and came over to them. As Sakura didn't know what was going on. Naruto? Sharingan? Orochimaru? Sasuke? Just what the hell is going on? As Naruto arrived, standing over the both of them. Without saying anything, he picked up Sasuke and threw him over his shoulder and started to walk away. As he realized he wasn't following him, he had to find some place safe for him to recuperate, he said. As that snapped Sakura out of her thoughts. Naruto, what was that all about? A Sharingan. You have a blue and white Sharingan, she said. As Naruto stopped, as he didn't say anything for a few seconds. As he then spoke, you cannot tell anyone, Sakura. Got it? As he then walked off again without looking back. In the back of her mind, she noticed that he didn't say Sakura-chan. As she wondered how. How did he possess those eyes? Sakura, he said in a loud tone, causing her to snap out of her thoughts. I am not playing here. You have to keep what you saw a secret. Do you understand? Naruto said as he finally looked back at her. As Sakura gasped, as she looked into his eyes, they were filled with pure rage and anger, and all of it was aiming towards her. Naruto, she said. As Naruto simply turned and walked off with Sasuke, unconscious body still on his shoulder. As she realized he wasn't going to say anything, "I understand," she said, as she walked slowly behind him. But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, stay in tune for What If Naruto rebuild the Uzumaki clan. I'm going to be posting a new episode of that, so stay in tune. And over on Anime King, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto is trained to be a weapon. So stay in tune for that as well, guys. And also, what if Naruto returned different after his training trip? And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for your help and your support. And soon, guys, I'm going to be starting a new What If on this channel. I want you guys to go ahead and comment down below and tell me your What If suggestions. Go ahead and comment, guys, and I will be starting a new What If soon on this channel. And thank you all for your comments when you do. So yeah, without further ado, I'm on for now. See you guys later over on Anime King. Peace.